This is CS from DWP, and I've actually gotten this question a couple times. So, what am I using to hunt liches? You can use whatever frame you are comfortable with, but I will show you the one that I use. Personally, I take Saryn Prime. I take a Kuva Comb, and then I take a Catch Moon. This is kind of for CC, kind of. It does hit a lot of stuff, and I take the Chronins. The most important parts is Healing Return, and these two mods, Weeping Wounds, Blood Rush, and Heal Return, and Condition Overload. Sorry, those are probably the most important things in this build. You can do whatever you want to it after that. And I took everything off. I am sorry. Gotta love it. So, sorry. Let me just put this back together. God, I feel like an idiot. Huh. And 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 okay, won't let that happen again. Anyway, I'll take that. Sorry. And then, but the Saryn that I use is this one. I just renamed it just now, but it just crossed my mind as I was renaming it. I'm like, oh, let me give these guys a show of what I use. So, me personally, I use Physique. Well, this is what I'm using now. I use Physique. If anything, I would use a better rush, but it's whatever. You can. This mod slot, you can do whatever you want. This is not a build video, but it's just showing you what I use. I do use Arcane Guardian because it's nice having 900 armor when it's needed instead of 300 armor. Arcane Healing, I was only rocking that because of the radiation procs. I really didn't want to deal with them. So I had that on. Arcane Strike is... I'm a big fan of Guardian and Strike. I usually have that 90% of the time, but I was hunting Radiation, so I put that there. If I was hunting Toxin, I'd put Resistance, so on and so forth. All right, I do use Prime Flow because I'm a power-hungry person, plus I use Quick Thinking. So these two kind of go hand in hand. So that's kind of the main reason Prime Flow is there. If I didn't have Quick Thinking, I would probably have like Rage or Hunter's Adrenaline or something like that there instead. But this really they're kind of piggybacking off of each other. And because I'm a power hungry person, I mean, it's nice having 850 power anyway. Because they're Kuva Liches, especially, and I chase them up to rank 5. I don't care what rank, I don't do any of that. I just come here. I don't care what your level is. I don't care if it's a Nox. I do not care. Just bring the pain. You know what I mean? So I bring Adaptation and Vitality. Those two go hand in hand because it's nice having that additional health. But it's also, I use Adaptation kind of as a buffer because I kind of move real fast, so I kind of lose track of my health sometimes. I'll show you the operator in a little bit. I use Fleet and Expertise. The reason I'm using Fleet and Expertise with the negative duration, why it's that low, is I'm moving so quick that I usually don't even need 18 seconds, but I need something on there. You know what I mean? So yeah, I could deal with 18. I could deal with 18 seconds on this. Everything else I don't care about as far as duration. It's really just Toxic Lash. I need at least like 15, 10 seconds. I just need something. I can't do 6 seconds. I need something, right? So that's and I'm cool with that because that gives me the efficiency to recast this because they're dying so quick that I end up having to recast this a lot, or I'll use Miasma for CC, right? Which means I'm burning through this 850 relatively quickly, so because they're dying so quick, right? As far as range is nice when you're doing like the little pickups on the other side of the room, and you kind of just want to get them prepared to take out really fast. So that's kind of why range is there. Hence overextended. But overextended, it all kind of ties together. So the reason overextended is there is for the range, but then it takes away my strength. So to offset the strength, I have to have Blind Rage. But Blind Rage is not necessarily enough damage for me personally. I don't think you need more damage, but me personally, I just don't want to think about it. I don't want to go back and look at my build and min-max and optimize. I don't feel like doing that. Just give me the extra strength. I'm fine. I got my survivability. Just give me some strength, and as long as I can recast a lot, I'm good. Right? So other than that, I just want to run faster. 5%, why not? I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? So if anything, this is what I use to hunt liches. As you can see, this is red. but that's because I was using this to hunt liches for the longest time. I was using this one, but it didn't have vitality on it, and I was making it rough. And actually, believe it or not, this used to be streamlined, which is this guy right here. I was using this build for a long time, and what it did is it allowed me to cast miasma over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, because the rooms would get so crazy, and I was so scared to die all the time because I didn't have adaptation, that I would just be CCing the entire time. If you go watch the earlier like Lich Hunt videos, that's basically what was happening. But you know, I'm tired of playing Dragon Ball Z, so you know, let's jump back into some Street Fighter, just some nice Street Fighter 2, and that's where this is coming from, right? So, but this is what I'm using now. I don't have to worry about getting body slammed. I don't have to worry about getting punched in the walls. I don't have to worry about a knock showing up out of nowhere. I don't have to worry about it. The only thing at that point I have to worry about is the Kuva Brahmin with radiation, or Ogress with radiation, or explosive weapon with radiation. That's all you really have to worry about. If you don't want to worry about that, just get Trinity. That's a whole nother situation. But this is what I predominantly use. Let me show you my operator real quick, because my operator, as long as I can show it, and I might not be able to. Yeah, I won't be able to. Let me go to my ship and I'll show you that. It's really not complicated, I guess. I guess I could just tell you, but I do want to show you anyway. But I am using a R3 Magus Elevate, and I'm using an R3 Magus Lockdown. I don't think you need an R3 Magus Lockdown, but the damage helps when you're dealing with a lot of like the mobs, just a little extra guys. Plus, I believe it locks them down a little bit longer, so you know, I definitely recommend those two. And then I use Virtuous Strike, so when it crits, it's gonna just hit harder. And then the amp I'm using is the 777. Actually comes in handy a lot more than you think. So, but yeah, this is my setup. Rank 3 Magus Lockdown, rank 3 Magus Elevate, and then a rank 3 Virtuous Strike. And yeah, and then favorite. This is a troll to the Satanists out there. Oh, Dark 666 Sabbath Day, blah blah. You know them. Okay, well, favor of the Lord. How about that? Plus it's 777. Haha, I saw what you did there. Anyway, Clamoris Prism, Purple Scaffold, Sodas Brace. You know, this 777 setup. You know, I got more than half a chance to hit with the Clamora, and then I got a 50% chance to crit with the Purple Scaffold. So I'm cool with that. You know, plus the Purple Scaffold is going to do 9,000 damage anyway. And because nothing is resistant to this, it's just basically raw damage. So I mean, it helps out. It really does help out a lot. I think in my last stream, there was a guy sitting on some stairs or something. I didn't even touch him, and I just threw out a Purple Scaffold and looked at him, and it just pew, and he died in one shot. So you know, so definitely recommend that. That is my Lich Hunter setup. If there's any doubts, which I'm sure there's not going to be any doubts or whatever and stuff like that, I could have got a lot more, but I stopped doing it for a long time. Like the last one I streamed was the last one I got, all the way up until these last 3 liches. You know what I mean? But all these were Saryn. And I think Trinity finished off, like, she finished off some of the toxins and maybe like these last couple of radiations, and then Nyx killed like 2 of them. Like Nyx somewhere in here, and then Loki killed like 1 of them. So yeah, but yeah, all this is Saryn. So that's my setup. That's what I use. The comb, obviously, you set it up the way you want because their resistances are going to change. Same thing with the catch wound. Resistances are going to change. I use this predominantly for CC. I don't use it on the Kuva Lich unless they're rank 1 to like 3. Then I'll use it catch moon. As far as this, yeah, this I use on the Kuva Lich, and I take it everywhere because I don't know when the Kuva Lich is going to show up. But when it does show up, I want to make sure I'm prepared. And this thing eats through every Kuva Lich. Does not matter what it is. If you have it set up for the resistances, it is going to kill that Kuva Lich. Like, period. Just period. This is coupled with a Riven. So with the Riven, that's predominantly why it's doing the damage it does. Whereas the Cronin's is not getting the biggest benefit from its Riven. It's just crit chance, but the crit chance, yeah, that 189 is a 3 times multiplier from this. So I really, all I gotta do is get a 3 times combo multiplier, and I have the crit from this Riven. So I don't really need it that bad, but I do use it because it's giving me range and combo duration, which helps out with these two. Right, so these two, this condition overload, and then range and combo duration, basically. Like, you can take away the chance, and I'll just take those two, and I'll still be fine. But that's what I use to hunt Kuvaliches. So, for any questions, I guess I'll show this last part. For the Sentinels, I used to take the cat. I took the cat on the last one. I don't like it. I actually like taking Jin, because Jin can live forever. I usually don't have a weapon. But if I do take a weapon, it's the Artax. It seems like it works. I don't know if it works 100% anymore, but this is the setup I got for Jin. I could form him like one more time, but I'm just lazy. I hate to say it. Just being lazy, but yeah, but yeah, he's got his defense, he's got his health, his shield, his armor. That helps me heal as well. That really, really helps out a lot. It comes in clutch, which is odd. It actually comes in more clutch than it does in any other scenario. This is in case just some extra stuff pops up. The reason this is here, though, is because Reawaken is here. And he can die, and it loops over and over again. So if he dies, well, I get a spare part. If he dies again, I'm assuming, I haven't looked this up, but I'm assuming that you get another spare part, 45% chance or whatever. With Reawakening, I know I technically don't need this, but sometimes I just don't want him to die immediately, because he does die even with the survivability. He does die pretty quick. Vacuum, that's a given. Gotta have it on there. And then boost on her shield by 100 when it runs out. That's kind of like shield gating in a way. I like it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's my setup. Yeah. Hope this helps you guys out. Weapon's going to depend on you. Totally up to you. I like to heal myself and control the room and have some efficiency and do a absolute crap ton of damage. I don't really care that much about stripping armor. I just want it to be when I hit them, they die. That's all I care about in Lich hunting, basically. And then I need to survive. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Hope you guys like the video. If you did like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you didn't like the video, let me know what you didn't like. Maybe I was too dry, or whatever. Just let me know. I'll adjust it. Try to be a little bit more, fit for you guys. I'm here for you guys. Other than that, this is CS with DWP. Hope you guys have a great day, and happy Lich hunt, man. Or man or woman. Just people. Happy Lich hunting, people. All right, you guys take it easy. Peace.